Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
You're walking out here, not even knowing it's
I'm saying you don't need a hold it. Hello.
Hello. Can you guys believe it's Friday already? I feel like the week went so fast.
I want it to be Monday.
You want it to be Monday?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you guys believe that we're done with week 3 already? Thank goodness.
Could not. I'm waiting for something for Pokemon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you like my Lego build?
Oh, nice. Is that Iron Man?
Yes.
Very cool. All right, we'll wait a couple more minutes to see if more friends come. I have a fish tank in the background today because we're talking about aquariums.
Oh, yeah, now I see it.
Yep.
I have a few different versions of Iron Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, before we get into our lesson, what has been the coolest thing you've learned this week? What's something new and cool that you learned this week? See some of you guys thinking real hard. It's a tough one. What was your favorite subject then that we covered this week? What was your favorite animal that we talked about?
The rhinos.
The what?
The rhinos.
Lions?
Yeah.
You said,
Like the rhinos. And the hippo.
oh, rhinos and hippos. Gotcha. CJ said cats and lynx. Yep. Very cool. I like talking about bears. I thought bears were more interesting than I thought they were going to be. Okay, so we're going to get started. Like I said before, today we're going to be talking about aquariums and aquatic life. So things that live in and around water, not just fish, but a lot of other things as well. And I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go through a little slideshow, learn some things, and then, like usual, we're going to do a really quick little trivia game. Let me do this real quick. All right, the aquarium and aquatic life. Okay. Have any of you guys ever been to an aquarium before?
I've been to one at the zoo.
At the zoo, yeah, zoos have aquariums. Yep. Okay. So, aquariums are very special. They bring underwater life and habitats to us. Otherwise, it's hard to see life underwater, right? Because we are not aquatic life. We have to live on land. Aquariums usually feature two types of aquatic life, freshwater and saltwater. So for freshwater, we have this lake up here, and then saltwater, we have the ocean at beach that I would rather be on right now. All right, so for freshwater, we're going to start with freshwater. Out of all the water on the planet, only about 2.5% is freshwater. So very, very little amount of water on Earth is freshwater. The rest of it is all saltwater. Freshwater has little to no salt. And freshwater biomes include rivers and streams, like that one, lakes and ponds, and wetlands, which is land that is almost always wet or covered in water. So that'd be swamps, marshes, bogs, and fens. All right, so we're gonna look at some freshwater animals. What's that guy? Do you know what kind of animal that is?
Otter.
Otter, yep. Then we have frogs. And we have alligators or crocodiles are also aquatic. Blake, do you have a question, hun? No? Okay. Frogs are amphibious. They have to live near water because they have to lay their eggs in water, even though they can technically live on land afterwards. Okay, now fish. So these are freshwater fish. If you guys ever go fishing in Nebraska, you might see some of these sometimes. So we have a rainbow trout, which is popular in North America. Do you guys know what kind of fish that is?
Catfish.
Catfish.
Catfish, yep. We can always identify catfish because they have whiskers. That's why they're called catfish. And then that is a bass. Have you guys ever seen those fish that they put on the wall that if you walk past it, like sings a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a really old type of decoration.
Yeah.
That was a singing sea bass. All right. So then we have saltwater. So saltwater accounts for the majority of water on Earth's surface. Okay. And saltwater includes oceans, coral reefs, trenches, bays, and fjords. So we'll look at some of those. So that would be some ocean or coral reef. That's a fjord where the ocean goes back into mountains like that. It's called a fjord. And then this right here is what we'd call a brackish estuary. So an estuary is where fresh water from a river flows into a body of salt water, so like an ocean or a sea or a bay. And where the fresh water and the salt water mix, that's called an estuary. And it's brackish. Brackish means it's a little bit salty and a little bit fresh. So this right here is a brackish estuary. That's hard to say. All right. Now we got some saltwater animals. We got some dolphins.
Oh, so we stop video so they don't see us moving around.
Jaysha, turn the video back on.
We have some whales. And then we have, what are these? You guys know what these guys are?
Seals.
A seal, yep. Now these are all one kind of animal. They're warm-blooded. They don't have gills, so they can't breathe underwater. And they have bones. Do you know what kind of animals these are? They're mammals, yep. Good job, CJ. These are marine mammals, which is why we don't call them fish, okay? So now we have some saltwater fish. What kind of fish is that?
Clownfish.
Clownfish, yep. Then we got a lionfish, which are really cool looking. And then we have sharks. Sharks, of course, right? All right, now we're going to talk about a lot of other types of things that we can find in water. These aren't just in salt, they're mostly in salt water, but some of them we can find in freshwater as well. So we have crustaceans, which are anything with a shell. So crabs, lobsters, shrimps, crabs and shrimps that go into other shells, like hermit crabs. We have jellies, so jellyfish. Sea turtles. I don't have a picture, but we have snakes. Rays. So this is a ray. Okay, they kind of look like seabirds, underwater birds. We have that's not a cephalopod. We have cephalopods, corals. This is a starfish. This picture is a starfish. Okay. We have mussels, which like right here. It can also be clams and barnacles, anything that grows on top of other stuff or rocks. We have seaweed and we have plankton or algae. Plankton and algae, I should say. So this is plankton, right? How many of you guys have seen SpongeBob before? Yeah. If you've ever watched an episode of SpongeBob, you know plankton, right? And then algae is like a moss or a plant that grows in the water. So we're going to talk about some of these animals a little bit more. So cephalopods are octopus or squid. Okay, so they're things that they have tentacles. They're known for having tentacles. So cephalopods have tentacles. Then we have crustaceans, which I already talked about. Shrimp, lobster, crab, hermit crabs. Crustaceans have shells, hard outsides. Have any of you guys ever eaten a crab before, like crab legs? No? Well, one day you'll have to try. You take these, they look like pliers, and you put the crab leg through the pliers, and then you have to crack open their shells to get the meat out. It's very difficult. All right, we have plankton. They're very, very small animals that are eaten by bigger animals like whales. And then we have seaweed. Seaweed is really interesting because seaweed is not actually a plant. It is just clusters of organisms that live together that make structures that look like plants. Seaweeds are very complicated. All right. So we're going to look at some of these animals now. What kind of animal is this? You guys remember?
Octopus.
Octopus. Do you guys remember what we call an octopus? Its scientific name? A starts with a C. It's a cephalopod. Can you guys say that? Cephalopod?
Cephalopod.
Yep, good job.
Cephalopod.
Very nice. All right, what's this guy?
Crustacean.
Crustacean, nice. That is a lobster, and lobsters are crustaceans. All right, what's that?
Ray.
A ray.
Stingray.
So that is, I don't think it's a stingray. It's probably something similar to a stingray. It's a different kind of ray. I like to call them, and my nephew likes to call them sea flaps. So if that helps you remember what a ray is a sea flap. They kind of look like birds. What's that guy?
Plankton. And algae.
Good job. All right, that one.
Seaweed.
Seaweed. Very nice. All right, we're going to talk about some famous aquariums now. So their first aquarium is the Shed Aquarium in Chicago. This one's very famous. This one's probably the closest to you. In Nebraska, this one's probably the closest to get to out of all the ones on the famous list. Then we have Monterey Bay Aquarium. Okay, I don't have it included as a picture, but that one's really famous as well. That one's in California. Then we have the Dubai Mall Aquarium, which is in an actual mall. I don't know if you can see how big it is. It's in the very middle of a mall. And then we have Marine Life Park in Singapore. And this big guy, do you guys see how big this is? That is a manta ray, a manta ray. Manta rays are the largest of the ray species. You could ride one of those like a horse, but underwater. All right, here we go. We're gonna play our trivia game now. Ready? Get your chats open. One more time, here are the rules. I'm gonna show you a question and I will read it out loud. The first person to type and write an answer will win that question. I will not judge you for spelling, and all of your answers will go directly to me and your friends will not be able to read them, so don't worry. If you type something inappropriate, I will kick you out of Zoom, okay? Here we go. Someone already said something in chat. Let's see if I can. Okay, here we go. Ready? What type of water makes up only 2.5% of all water on Earth? Yep, good job, Wyatt. It's fresh water. You're right. Fresh water. And I included a picture of a lake. Okay. Cephalopods have tentacles. Name an animal that is a cephalopod. Yep, Brianna, good job. A squid is a cephalopod. CJ, yep, octopus, squid. Very nice. Octopus or squid. There's a bunch of others, but you don't ever rarely see them, so. All right, name an animal that is a crustacean. Yep, Wyatt, a crab. CJ, a crab, good job. Crabs are crustaceans. It kind of sounds similar. Very nice. So crabs, lobsters, shrimp, hermit crabs, they're all crustaceans. They have shells. Very nice. What kind of water covers most of Earth's surface? Ooh, I got two answers at the exact same time. Wyatt and Riona, you answered at the same time. So yes, it is salt. Good job, CJ. Salt water covers the majority of Earth's surface because the oceans are all salt water, right? Okay. Salt water. How many of you guys want to go to vacation on that beach? I do. That looks nice. Okay. What kind of animal is this? Yep. A ray. Good job. You can't see it, CJ? I'm sorry, bud. I will give someone a bonus point if they can tell me what kind of ray it is. It's the most popular kind. Yep, Wyatt, stingray. Good job. That's a stingray. You guys are all doing a really, really good job. Right. What kind of water do otters live in? Good job, Blake. It is fresh. Otters live in fresh water. They usually live in streams or rivers or little ponds and lakes, and they build dams with logs. Good job. And otters are really cute. They live in fresh water. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. That is week 3 done. Do a big check mark. Yep. So we are all done with week 3. Next week, we're going to be doing a bunch of science stuff. Wyatt, what's your question, hun? You're muted, honey. If you want to unmute yourself, then you can talk.
Actually, it's not. Otters don't make dams. Beavers do.
Oh, I guess you're right. But
Otters live in both freshwater and saltwater.
I'll have to look that up. Okay. But next week, okay, we're going to be learning. It's going to be our STEAM week. So we're going to do, no, I think next week is just engineering. So you guys are going to be learning about simple machines. You're going to be making a lot of machines yourself at home, like a rubber band car and a catapult and all of that fun stuff. So look forward to that. And yeah, I will see you all next week. Have a good weekend, guys.
Hi.
Bye.